On Cameroon's #1 national road, a journey into the hinterlands. We're within Upper Senegal division of the Center region, heading to NKOTENG, a cosmopolitan town of renown. Situated about 136 kilometers away from Yaoundé, Cameroon's political capital, NKOTENG municipality has a population of more than 40,000 inhabitants. Amongst them, indigenous people whose mainstay is small-time businesses, plantation farming and economic agriculture. But that's not all. Taking a closer look at the various faces that make up the large human community of the town, one quickly notices a variety of origins, speaking volumes of the cultural and regional representations found in the place. To date, NKOTENG counts a little bit more than 2,000 internally displaced persons, springing most especially from the north, northwest, and southwest regions of Cameroon. Foka Abiba 55 is one of those internally displaced persons. Heading from Boyo division in the northwest region, this mother of 5 fled from her village in 2018 under difficult circumstances. That was 2 years after the outbreak of the crisis in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon.
I came for here since 2018.
I came here in 2018. All was well with my husband and children before the crisis broke out in 2016. In 2017, things went south. We never knew it would get to this.
In that infamous year of 2018, Abiba witnessed the most terrible and horrible events of her existence. One morning, while family life seemed all good, she was caught up and thoroughly trashed by some young men. Before she could recover from the stripes, her husband was kidnapped and eventually killed. These acts were all perpetrated by local separatists.
I will enter 2018.
The boys said my husband was collaborating with the subdivisional officer. We thought it was a joke. So one day, they kidnapped my husband, beat me up and wounded my arm. They said our time was up and that theirs was at hand. We couldn't even believe it. So they took my husband to the bush and demanded a ransom. I gave them the little money I had, thinking they would liberate him. But on that very day, they killed him and destroyed my house. I was homeless.
Now the very day where they kill him, they knock all my houses in, throw for them. I be homeless. I will not see me.
Homeless and endangered with the separatists still breathing out threats against other members of her family, Abiba needed to get out of the northwest region urgently. Aided by elements of the forces of law and order stationed there at the time, she managed to leave with her family, thereby reaching Bamenda, then Yaoundé, a few days after.
Then, this is my boy Pikiru, I thought say they are on the so.
Since there was much anger, my son who is now in Yaoundé insulted the boys and they decided to arrest him. I resisted, went to the streets and found the army on patrol. I stopped them and demanded for their help. I handed my children to them and they took them to Bamenda. I did traditional rites and was taken to Bamising by an armored vehicle. I called my sister-in-law who helped us to leave from Bamenda to Yaoundé.
I follow. Now I'm car take me from Brigade for Babisi, keep me for Bamenda. Me not picking there now. My sister-in-law there for here. I call. We come out from Bamenda now can't reach Yaoundé.
But once in Yaoundé, this widow wasn't settled yet.
But when we got to Yaoundé, I spent 2 good weeks there without any money. I did a few jobs and took my children to NKOTENG.
Since Abiba got to NKOTENG, this has been her new lifestyle, renting this modest house that costs 10,000 francs CFA per month. A financial challenge this widow and mother of 5 must deal with, coupled with a lingering feeling of loneliness. Though, she's been able to find a sense of living together within the municipality.
Me, like other Anglophone, when I Yamba people then. So how I be she don't lonely. Me too, I go join them. Like, or they make small meeting.
Since I was lonely, I joined other IDPs from Yamba. We've been holding meetings since then. When I am in need, I go to them and take loans for capital.
I start the turn again when I don't be down. I go me tell them I cry again. They will get president too for the who go big man when I Yamba man. Add fire for that this thing. They will say cooking spoon there. Give me. They picking they even go school, they not light me fire.
And ever since Habiba came to NKOTENG, she has equally seen her health affected by rheumatism and inflammation that causes pain to her joints. Due to this, she can no longer do what sustained her, cooking various meals for sale in a bid to make ends meet.
I have rheumatism that disturbs me, so when it rains, I can't sell every day of the week.
But when Habiba is chance to cook, she experiences a kind of living together within the municipality of NKOTENG, harnessed by the love for her meals.
They love to eat eru and corn chaff. They don't appreciate corn fufu. So when I go out, they mostly require cassava fufu, which I don't even cook.
Despite the little sums of money she makes from this petty business, Habiba is still combat with many challenges, especially those related to finances.
For paying their school fees. Now one.
The first is to pay children's school fees. Renting this house is very difficult, though it costs only 10,000 francs CFA. Then educating these children is hard because I am alone.
It is heavy for my skin because I didn't want.
In a bid to support her mom, Habiba's eldest daughter had to drop out from school, giving her younger siblings the chance to make it through. Today, she says though living together is palpable in NKOTENG with other communities of Cameroonians, life is yet difficult.
I was schooling, but as I reached here, there was no way for me to continue my school. I stopped schooling from 5. I prefer that my junior sister should move to go to school with my elder brother because he was already almost where he can look for something doing. Like now, he's already having his O level, and my junior was very, very soon. Our last born is now, he's going to complete his school in class 6. I was learning salon. I've already made 5 years in salon. I've already graduated. I'm still looking for something doing because for now, I don't have any money to open my own.
Unlike Habiba, Lee Wendy is an escapee of the Anglophone crisis. Though originating from the northwest region, his story is a little bit different, as he came from the center region back in 2008 with the aim of pursuing greener pastures.
I came here alone with only some workers. And then because when we are doing this wood business, we used to go back home before coming back again. But when the crisis started, it was not easy for my wife to be at home. So she came now here and meet me with the children.
According to Lingwe, the people of NKOTENG are very welcoming, especially as he was received joyfully without taking into consideration his origins.
They are very, very welcoming because since I came here and then staying here with the neighbors or whatsoever, let's say like all the chiefs that they are, the chief of the groupement, the chief of the village, or how I can say, anywhere that I work, I'm with them together. They are very welcoming. They don't have any problem concerning English whatsoever.
As a proof of the living together that prevails in Koteng, Linwe explains that most of the IDPs are usually granted favors within the town, ranging from loans to hire purchase.
In Koteng here, I am one of the elite in the English community, those who are here. So anybody that's come here for that problem of internal displace whatsoever, so I have to at least host them, and then we are living together. And then it's just that people have gone to this planning season and so on. People, I have like almost 7 people living with me here. Yes, now they have already gone to the farm.
Being a businessman with better sources of income, Linwe Ndi has succeeded to purchase a plot of land to build his home. Today, he is able to stretch forth a helping hand to other IDPs that have fled the English-speaking regions of Cameroon in search of peace and better living conditions in Koteng. In total, Linwe has spent more than 10 years in the town of Koteng. Here, he's established a business in the wood sector, delivering plans to builders to serve as cross beams for housing and other constructions. With a fairly flourishing business and the aid from other members of the community, life is worth living. In Koteng, the internally displaced are not only given to petty businesses. Some of them have succeeded to get jobs in some respectable fields such as pedagogy. Today, we head into Government Bilingual Primary School in Koteng. This is where Yem Resolin 42 teaches.
Again. Before I came here in 2018, it was because of the crisis. Yes, it was because of the crisis before I left the village to this place. It was difficult because, first, the language. Yes, this place is more with the French. It's more with the French people. So it was difficult for me because I never knew French even a bit. And the conditions of the place was also difficult for me because I was new. I didn't know any place.
From Mondays to Fridays, this mother of 6 pence a day is here.
I've been teaching for 11 years. I started teaching in 2014, 2015, academic year, when I graduated from the teacher training in 2014. Okay, when I finished, I started teaching in my village. Okay, after I taught there for 3 years. So I came here in 2018. That is when I find myself in Koteng.
Hailing from Abu village in Fundo, northwest region of Cameroon, Roselyne ran to Koteng as she sought to escape the ill effects of the crisis. Immediately she got to this town, she landed a private teaching job.
When I came in here, I started teaching in a private school. Yes, I taught in a private school for 1 year. After teaching for 1 year, the conditions were not favorable. Then before the next academic year, which is 2019-2020, I was recruited in this school as a PTA teacher. Again.
Since she got recruited as a PTA teacher, she says her life has gotten much better.
Up to now, I'm still a PTA teacher. So that is, for this while, at least it is better. It's somehow better as compared to how I came here. Yes, because even the language, I know a bit, and the people here, some are welcoming. While playing.
While life goes on financially well, the PTA teacher declares that not all the inhabitants are welcoming to newcomers.
At times you greet somebody will just pass you as he doesn't care. Even if it's your neighbor, Yeah, so the thing disturbed me a lot because in our culture, you cannot pass somebody even at the person's door without greeting. But when you greet, the person would, at times, the person would just look at you like that and pass. And again, it was difficult because some people, at one point, somebody used a slang, some Anglophone or whatsoever. So that these people of Bamenda, why are you people first of all here? So the thing disturbed me. So the thing disturbed me that if not of the crisis, I wouldn't have found myself in a place where somebody would be asking me some types of questions. And some people are welcoming that at least when you greet somebody, somebody will welcome you. Yes, we say that, you are welcome. Where are you coming from? Ask you question, ask. The person will even say, well, sorry, Asha. And again, some people, even when they know a bit of the English, when you speak in English, they just tell you that they don't know English at all. That you should speak in French, which I did not know a bit of the French. So it disturbs me also. To eat more fruits.
Despite this discrepancies in living together amongst youth, Rosaline can proudly see her classroom is different. A true place wherein the concept is harnessed and perfectly represented by the attendance of her pupils. Here, most of them are from the French-speaking regions of the country.
More fruits and leafy vegetables. Here, my children in class, many of them are the Francophones. Yes, few are the Anglophones. Many are the Francophones in my class. So I have 27 boys. I think only 5 out of them, or 7, that are Anglophone. The rest are Francophones. Then the girls, I have 31 girls. Most of them are Francophones.
But in a classroom wherein most pupils are French-speaking whereas lessons are taught in English, it's not always easy to meet the purported target. Thus, Rosaline, after trying all she can to make her work easier, must often resort to using the most bilingual of her students to get her lessons across.
Most of them are understanding me because though I'm not really versed with the French. The little one that I know, when I speak in English, I see that they don't understand. I try to talk in French. Some of them are bilingual. When I talk in English, they don't understand me. I will ask them, some of them, that they should explain to them what I'm saying. When they explain, my lesson goes.
On this campus where younger Cameroonians are trained to become better persons in the society, English-speaking teachers have made living together a priority. The topic is often mentioned in weekly and monthly intervals. In this classroom next to that of Rosaline, another female teacher on the job. This afternoon, Providence Chimse is talking about the importance of unity amongst her pupils, irrespective of their diverse origins.
Okay, so I just want to let you know that as people in this class, people are one, right? People are Cameroonians, people are one. They should not just be that. You don't have, if your friend comes to school, and you know that the friend does not have something, you help your friend giving something, right? That's living together. Are you hearing? That's living together. That's it, right? Yes. Don't insult, don't fight. You have to be living together. Yes. Help your friend whenever your friend is in need. Don't steal. Yes, that's unity, living together.
Providence is 21 years old, the youngest of Rosaline's colleagues. Though not an internally displaced person like others, she also comes from the northwest region of Cameroon. Having a father who himself was a government teacher, she was accustomed to a life of traveling and transfers. The very first time she stepped her feet on this campus, it was as a pupil. Matter of fact, in time past, she was a member of this very classroom.
To eat more fruit.
ever since, I'm not an internally displaced somebody, but I came here since. I came here when I was in class 6. In fact, it was even where they taught me. This is my class, where I sat. I was sitting the second bench. So I always say to my people that this is where I learned. My father came here as a teacher, not even as a government teacher yet. He was just a normal teacher, classroom teacher, PTA. But as time goes, he wrote the integration and finally passed. They sent him to Yaoundé at Colbison, something like that, École bilingue de Colbison. He went there, he taught there for 1 year. They sent him as a headmaster in Atokola.
In her classroom, the very remark regarding diversity and living together is observed.
And the tribes that dominate here, first of all, are Francophones. Francophones want their children to speak English very well. So most of them are Francophones. Some of them are from Douala, some of them are from the north, some of them are from Bamenda. Only few are even from Bamenda, few of them. So that's it. So there's a mix-up, and we live together as one.
Living together harnessed by the strong relations existing between teachers and parents, who are equally considered partners of the school.
The relationship we have between parents and the teachers, we have first of all an association in school, PTA, which is Parent Teachers Association. Before the start of school, we always invite the parents first of all to come. They are the ones that draw the calendar of the school year. Yes, they are the ones that tell us how they want the school year to be like. Even this building was being brought up by them, the PTA. This building, all the whole school campus was being brought up by the PTA Association. Even that newly built office brought by the PTA Association. When they come to the meeting, we try to discuss with them what we face in school with their children. Yes, we try. And then also us as teachers in class, whenever we have a child that we can follow up, we follow up by contacting the parents. So that at least the parents should be able to also help us and manage the child in their house before sending the child in school.
Though not an internally displaced person, Providence can claim to have a peaceful life. Going by her, the crisis has affected the lives of all Cameroonians, as those who before the crisis had already been established in Yaoundé must cope with those living the affected regions in search of stability.
Our life have been affected by the internally displaced people from the northwest, from the southwest, and from the north. We have people that live there, that are our family members. And then because of those crises, they were forced to come to NKOTENG, like in our house. Having one of my brothers who left from the northwest because of the crisis, and he was not in school. Actually, he came just last year to go to school. And it was because of that you see late entry into schools. You see a child maybe of 20 years still in Form 1, still in Form 2, which normally that age is not permitted to be in Form 1. Yes. So it has affected a lot. It has affected a lot. Even to go to the village. People are unable, we are unable to go to the village. We are afraid, all those things. We are even living here in the city, but our families are still there. That means we still have the caution, we still have the heart, we still have the fear that most of our families are still there, even though we are not there. But most of our family members are there.
While enjoying the living together that is gradually built here in NKOTENG among members of various communities, it is nonetheless difficult for some of the internally displaced persons originating from the English-speaking regions of Cameroon to find total peace, as they have been deprived from their own lands. Many complain that they can return to their villages in the northwest region anymore. For these reasons and more, the headmistress of this school is doing all she can to make sure that these teachers are comfortable and that their work is stress-free. Married to a man originating from the far north region, Priscilla Fibaso came to this school as a PTA teacher. When asked why she made the choice to marry a man from another region, she smiles.
What I know is that love does not have a barrier. So when I came to COTENG and I started teaching, how do I say it? So I had to, Fibaso made me like that. So I did not see me any problem in that because he loved me and I also loved him. So that is how we started and we ended up like husband and wife. And we have our children, we don't have any problem. I don't even in my next life, if they say, ask me, who do you want to marry? I'll still want that same Fibaso from that far north. But I don't see any problem, we are fine. It's true that at the beginning, even my family also was like, how did it come about? How? They were like really doubting how the thing will go like. His own family, like seriously, what I was expecting, I did not see it because I was thinking that in his own family, they might not want to see me because it's true that people from the north, it's strange to see somebody right from the northwest and then with somebody from the north, far north. But their parents, up to today, I'm not lying, it's not because I have never seen a mother-in-law like that. Like seriously, they accepted me as if I was their child and a lady from that village. They accepted me fully.
A marriage of integration that has contributed to the success of this lady in her early 30s. With time, she moved the ladder of progress and success, becoming the head teacher of the school. On this hot afternoon, she is hard at work with one of her collaborators, preparing policies and programs that could make their job easier. Being cognizant of the plight of internally displaced persons, she is most resolved to help them, especially the teachers under her care.
When they come to look for a job here in COTENG, yes, I usually make them to feel like they are my children. So when they are still new, I struggle to look for an accommodation. Yes, we struggle to look for an accommodation for them so that where they can rent, and for the very first month, since they don't have any salary, we can help them with money from the PTA first, from their salary. We can help them with a bit of money for them to start up a life. So when they are now used to the area, we start now paying their money normally, their salaries normally.
More than just a school lesson, living together is first and foremost family affair. That's why, a few hours later and on the same day, we meet Rosaline on her way back home. After school, the primary school teacher is welcomed by her husband, Nsa Franklin, a pastor and businessman in his 40s, a man with whom she has 6 children and is happily serving the Lord Jesus Christ.
When I come back from school, for example, there are some days like Monday, Wednesday. When I come back from school, I rest a bit. I go to church because Mondays we have prayers. Wednesday we have Bible studies.
Apart from being a pastor, Rosaline's husband is also a farmer who says he has found favor in the eyes of the people of NKOTENG, with whom it is good to do business.
Sometimes I will take some of them. We go to the farm. I pay them, we work together, we collaborate together. Yeah, sometimes we even go and harvest together, whereby I will share to them. And we are living together. Even the farm, so sometimes we rent from the people of this land. We rent from them, and they are welcoming. Like the mother that I'm working in her land, in that side of Tabene, sometimes he compensates. He don't, yeah. The 1 hectare that she used to give out for maybe 25,000, he would say I should give 15,000. Yeah, that is how it is. We collaborate together as far as the farm work is concerned.
A collaboration that has helped Mr. Franklin to buy a piece of land and to build his own house here in town. He who back in 2017 was forced to flee from Bamenda in an attempt to find refuge here in NKOTENG. But what are his future plans?
My focus is to obey God. Yeah, I'm listening from God. If God says I should remain here, no problem. I will be here with the family. Now, like a human, we know home remain home. Yeah, we still have the desire that sometime we may go back. Yeah, we may go back to the village. Yeah, but that is not our priority. Yeah, since we are living together here, we can remain us here. We don't have any problem. Okay? Okay.
This afternoon, after taking a rest, the couple is out on their farm weeding the bad herbs out of the soil. This is how they have been collaborating for more than a decade now, and for the moment, the results are good.
As you can see us working the farm together, that's what we have been doing, and the farm work is helping us to pay our bills, to put food on the table for us, and also to take care of the children. Yeah, that's what we have been doing.
This piece of land beside their house is but the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the agricultural positions. Elsewhere in the municipality of NKOTENG, they possess far greater pieces of land for farming.
This is just around the compound. If you the farm, we're having around 3 hectares of corn, and around half an hectare groundnut. Yes, and also sweet potato.
These cash crops have been the reason behind the financial success of the couple. When harvests are good, Mr. Franklin talks of his sales in terms of hundreds of thousands CFA francs.
In a year, when we harvest, we can have like 800 to 1 million. Yeah, that's what we make every year. When the harvest is good, we have like 800,000 to 1 million. When the harvest is bad, sometimes we have 300, 400.
If the town of NKOTENG is highly known for its remarkable hospitality, the place of religion cannot be overemphasized therein. As internally displaced persons keep flooding the town with the aim of making ends meet, others have come with a heavy mission in their minds, viz., to share the word of God and enlighten the darkness of many. One of such is Desmond Gwe, 33 years old. Originating from the Northwest Boyo Division, this young prophet says he came to NKOTENG 7 years ago after he was instructed by God. But on arriving here, the living together which he wished to preach was questioned by the French-speaking majority of the town, especially as most of his church members at the time originated from the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon. However, as time went on, the inhabitants soon noticed the church was apolitical and completely free from tribalism.
So when I started, some people considered the church to be English church. That's why they were calling me English church, English Anglophone. So later they realized that no, we are receiving the people from the north, we are receiving from the west, we are receiving all angles. And then people now that left, they internally displaced. By the time they hear that there's one of their brothers excelling in NKOTENG, they will come. Even the ones that were bad. Some of them will come and say they are running. Some will say this. I will give them the advice and lead them to Christ. Because I believe that the only way to live a secure life is to live the life of Jesus Christ.
a life of Jesus Christ manifested through the help of this father of three. Since he began ministry, Desmond has been serving as an example to internally displaced persons, some of whom had to drop their guns, get out of the bushes, and flee to the center region in search of rehabilitation. A rehabilitation which, according to Prophet Desmond Gwe, can only be effective through the preaching of the gospel of Christ.
I can say I help them because I am also, by the grace of God, an educationalist. By the grace of God. So God have helped me. We have a school that we run in NKOTENG. Some of them, we help them to be like caretakers, like teachers. I have one here from Batibo. Mushi, can you come, please? Run. He's from Batibo, and he's one of our security in the school. You see now, this man, God bless you. He's from Batibo, and he's one of our security officers in the school. I said, no, not certificate, not this, not that. There's a way Jesus will give you life. And he accepted the life. He is helping in school, putting security, and he's one of the people around me.
Today, he records more than 200 persons reintegrated socio-professionally in NKOTENG, thanks to his ministry.
Internally displaced, if I want to count, it's more than 200. If I want to count. You know, we are like a hospital. That 200 is just to say, let me not exaggerate. But if we go deep, we'll see more than that. But this one, even if you do your research in town, you will hear everywhere. When they come, we receive them. We give them hope. That's the first thing. We give them Christ. The next thing. Then we teach them how to do something. Do something to assist our government, assist our community, not to have these radical thieves and whatever on the street. And it has been working for us.
But if things appear to be moving well for the young prophet and his ministry, this success could not have been made possible without the help of local authorities of NKOTENG.
Sometimes, by the grace of God, I will have somebody say, okay, go to the mayor, go to this one, say, these are people. Are there opportunities? Are there some means for these people to survive? I remember some time ago, I went to the mayor. I went to the mayor of NKOTENG. When I met him, I said, sir, there are some of these boys that God is helping me to remove from the street. Some of these boys came from Bamenda, came from Southwest. They have difficulties. They don't have where to stay. If you look at some of them are staying here with me in church. We grew up as a family. Okay, you see the good results. I'm going to take you people inside the church. You will see how wonderful it is. It's a whole family that's building it. These are young youths that have succeeded with the help of God to remove them from the streets.
On this church site, some of the IDPs have found jobs and are able to make ends meet. Living together with Prophet Desmond as a family, they are bringing their own contribution to the construction of his church, a project geared to the young prophet's heart, who is constantly in search for more and breaking language barriers.
I preach a bit of French, a bit of English, a bit of French, a bit of English. We are a bilingual church. And here we have both people. We have what a Frenchman calls anciens de l'église. Yes, we have elders here who are from the Bamileke land. We have elders here who are from the Bamenda land, my homeland. We have elders here who are from the north.
Apart from the church's aid, the English-speaking IDPs of NKOTENG can also count on the help of certain Anglophone elites of the town. At sunset, we are meeting with John Michael. This H-man from Bamenda is the President General of the Anglophone community from the Northwest region. Established in the municipality of NKOTENG since 2002, before the crisis began, he is one of those in charge of receiving newly enrolled IDPs. One of his key roles is also to get them a place to stay upon arrival. An enormous challenge is their numbers keep increasing.
In the 2018, when they start coming in good numbers, others come, when they come to the president, we may hold some of them here, and after that they will find somewhere to go. As from 2021, the number was so high that I could not even control. Because I was working with the deal to register those that are coming. So I have a good number of leads. I register some of them. But after that, I could not control anymore. Others leave from Yaoundé and just go to the forest. I already discovered them in the forest, that they're already working with someone.
Helping IDPs earn a living is but one of the many problems Michael must deal with. Most internally displaced persons also complain of psychological trauma and the inability to adapt to new living conditions.
Some of them talk about the living style here. Some are to adapt to this system is very difficult. They have been used to what they are doing in their zones. But here, others who come here will not be able to do the farm. Those that cannot do farm work, they will have to live around the town, live from one place to another. So the challenges are many.
In order to help them overcome these psychological and emotional traumas, the Anglophone community meets on a daily basis at certain locations where they can share their worries and hopes. Most often, they meet in this little beer house, lodged at the center of Content Market. This place is also known as Tam. In glasses of drinks, they seek to drown their troubles as the wine time, a ritual well known to John Michael, the President General of the Northwest Anglophone Community of NKOTENG.
Money with the brothers and sisters of the Northwest, and with the Southwest and our friends. We gather to share our ideas and see to others that don't have job, we'll help them in one way or the other.
In the absence of jobs, some of the IDPs can always count on the largesse of their friends. It is during moments like these that Vitaly is still jobless and hoping can afford a cup of drink.
Anytime that I come here in Temple, I come to meet my brothers to share together those that can help me with a 500 francs that I can go and earn a living with my family, or to eat, or to buy one cup of rice and boil it and eat with my family, or just come, I can see my brother, I say that, please, I don't have anything that I can even eat in my house. They will help me even with 100 francs or 200 francs in order that I can help to live and living with my family.
Though life may be tough for these internally displaced persons, they can complain that much. As they cohabitate with indigenes of NKOTENG, they can always count on the support of local authorities that have wholeheartedly received them. As Benoit Bekono Kanga, chief of NKOTENG, puts it, it wasn't a big deal to welcome them, though certain guidelines had to be respected.
It wasn't difficult. You know, when people come from far, some of them are very kind. Others are violent, wanting to possess things by force. Some come here thinking it's a virgin forest, that they can do whatever they want, forgetting that such a thing can be done in their land. But we receive and help them wholeheartedly, and we counsel those who met us here, telling them that we are not naive to welcome them brotherly. They should respect our customs.
Since 1956, Benoit Kanga has been heading the municipality of NKOTENG, settling matters within the community and providing refuge for migrants. According to him, NKOTENG is a true symbol of Cameroons living together, especially as most of the municipality's businessmen are internally displaced persons.
Apart from this woman who originates from the division, most of them are strangers, women who came from elsewhere. Most of those who retail the Sanaga fish came from other regions. Even amongst fishermen, those practicing fishing are no longer indigents. They all come either from Mali or from the far north.
Soit du Mali et d'autres du Grand Nord.
Today, living together in NKOTENG is also a matter of food. A mixture of culinary cultures as all parties present in the town have learned to consume each other's traditional meals.
Ceux qui sont venus du nord-ouest, comme on appelle le Nouzo, ils ont amené le héros qui est très apprécié ici.
Those who came from the northwest, called Nuso, brought Ero, which is very much appreciated here. They also have Nkwi that we consume here and Achu. Those from the north brought Fulere and Changre. That's hard fufu we eat easily. We got used to their food. When they came here, they found egusi. They also found okok, brought to us by the Etone.
Que les Étones nous ont apporté, consomment normalement le coq. Lorsque vous arrivez dans un restaurant, ils sont les premiers à commander ces plats.
This is the town of Mbanjok, located about 20 kilometers away from NKOTENG, one of Cameroon's largest farm areas when it comes to sugar cane plantation. Here, the Cameroon Sugar Company DAP Sociocam is the most known industry. With its large machines and daily smoke producing mechanisms, the sugar production is often considered a center of attraction. A center of attraction that employs more than 3/4 of the internally displaced persons of Cameroon living in Upper Senegal division of the Sena region. This morning, a few kilometers away from the industry, vast hectares of land stand ready for sugarcane cultivation. In our walk, we caught up with Salpo Victor, a man in his 40s originating from Cameroon's northern region. He is Sociocam's personnel delegate in charge of planting and cutting sugarcane during harvest seasons.
Bonjour Monsieur Salpo.
Bonjour.
Alors, comment vous allez?
Très bien.
Alors, je suis Kingsley et ce matin, nous sommes dans votre plantation ici en Banjo. Vous faites beaucoup de canne à sucre ici?
Ah oui.
Ça fait combien de temps que vous travaillez ici?
Je suis ici, ça fait déjà 18 ans.
Et vous venez d'où?
Je sors de la région du Nord, précisément du département de Mayoraï et du village de Touboro.
Alors, c'est la canne qui vous a amené ici ou vous étiez déjà dans la ville avant de venir vous installer ici?
Non, en venant ici, c'était pas la canne. Bon, je n'avais même pas dans ma tête, dans mes idées, un jour que je me retrouverais même ici à NKOTENG. C'était un frère, c'est un frère plutôt qui est encore là, il est en vie. Un gendarme qui était là, il a vu dans son plus profond du cœur que je peux bien émerger du côté du centre. Et c'est lui qui m'a fait venir là, en me cachant que je ne venais pas pour travailler. Parce que s'il disait que je venais pour travailler, je ne venais pas. J'allais rester là-bas chez moi. Alors je suis arrivé, il m'a donné deux choses, que si je veux, je reparte à l'école ou bien je travaille. Et finalement, il avait déjà négocié même avec le service ressources humaines de Sociocam. Il a un ami là qui doit proposer donc une place et c'est comme ça qu'il m'a donc fait intégrer à Sociocam. Et moi aussi, en entrant, j'ai pris subitement goût. J'ai subitement pris goût et que bon, en tant qu'un homme, je dois me battre pour essayer aussi de prendre soin de ma petite famille.
Under the supervision of Salpo Victor, we also find many other people from the northern regions of Cameroon. Some of them came here in search of greener pastures, while others sought to flee the adverse effects of the Boko Haram insurgency. This is Sylvain Mouna, a sugarcane cutter in his early 20s, one of the best workers in ground. Although he earns just over the country's minimum wage on these plantations, he says life is much more better than before.
problème de l'argent là, ça nous dérange trop là-bas. Je suis venu ici là, c'est pour chercher.
He had too many financial problems, so I came to Sosukam to hustle. I am the best sugar cane cutter of the company. Sometimes I receive prices worth 10,000.
Nous on fait un peu les différents comme ça là. Sinon mon travail là c'est pour couper la canne.
Just as Sylvain Molna, many other internally displaced persons from the far north region of Cameroon have found a reason to smile. Be them here in Banjok, a few kilometers away in Koteng, these IDPs now have a sense of the living together, characteristic of Cameroon, thanks to the hospitality served them in these towns. A strong message of Cameroon's national unity expressed through diversity, despite the various challenges of the nation.